11, even though he's won the series, so he'll have that confidence behind him. But even then, I think you tend to know the courage, the ticker of players when you put them in a pressure situation. So you know a bit about the new players, and so it'll be interesting how he leads them. Hassan Raza and Aleem Dar out there, and so the action will start very soon. Aruj Mumtaz here with me. Good afternoon, Aruj. What do you think? Pakistan making some changes, which is absolutely great. Dead rubber, and might as well go for a change.
It's a glorious afternoon here, Ramiz, and I think it's exactly what the Pakistan squad and Babar particularly needs to do. He needs to give that bench strength a chance, and the most spoken Abdullah Shafiq coming out of the national T20. We all witnessed a fantastic 100. Great for him to get an opportunity. He needs to go out and express himself. But Brendan Taylor, the experienced man from Zimbabwe, walks out into the middle. A healthy strike rate of 120. Got the best of 75. We'll want to get at least that much today at a very healthy strike rate. For Chamu Chababa, lots of talk around the skipper's performance. Hasn't really gotten many runs in the ODI series, not too many in the first two T20s as well. And I think he spoke at the toss that he'll want to get a move on things. I think Rami's difficult situation for the skipper to be in. He's leading the side and not getting lots of runs.
And pretty adamant to still open the innings. I mean, opening the innings is such a critical phase of your batting performance in a T20I. You need to have a solid in-form opener out there, because then you give a massive advantage to the opposition if you're out of touch or a bit rusty with the bat. Mohammad Hasnan has got pace, he's got wickets as well. Lovely rhythmic bowler, tall, and gets the ball to zip through at pace. Here we go. A little bit of movement. You get this in this part of the year in Rawalpindi. Hazy afternoon, winters are arriving, so heavy atmosphere will work well for such bowlers. Nice shape away from the bat.
It's a similar delivery that got Brendan Taylor out in the first game. His feet didn't really go anywhere, so Hasnan will be delighted to get some shape away.
The innings is often running. I think for an opener or for any batsman in T20I, you've got to be fully committed. If you want to stroke the ball, then you've got to just go for it 100%. And Brendan Taylor was just a little circumspect in the last game when he was out, caught behind. Wasn't he caught behind? Caught behind, in two minds whether to leave the ball or to play it, and so it's caught at the crease and was caught behind. Now he's got to find a way, a method to get some runs. That's a top quality delivery.
Chababa needs to still keep a very clear head. He did get a few shots away. Nice lines there from Hasnan. He did get a few shots away in the first T20, but obviously couldn't capitalize on that. Probably just, now that he's still opening, he probably just needs to take a little bit of time, get the balance right, see which way the ball is moving, and then go for his shots.
Oh, there's confusion. And it happens when you're a little rusty and out of touch, because you want to A, get off the mark ASAP, and B, because you've not really occupied the crease for a long period of time that you can misread a single. There's never a run there.
I'm sure there's a lot of nerves pinging in the back of his head. He'll want to get a good score here.
Once again, a little bit of hesitation, but he's off the mark. So there are two ways of going about it. One is what you explained, to take your time and adjust to the conditions, give yourself ample opportunity at the crease to get some form. The other option is to go hard, straight from ball number one, and break your shackles. Find some form by hitting the board. The shot goes straight to the fielder, and after over number one, it's 2 without a wicket. It'll be interesting to see where they bat Abdullah Shafiq, because if Zimbabwe end up with a handful, then you might as well promote him to open the innings. On the team sheet, he's been penciled in as an opener, so that good news. And good news always is to see Haris Rauf bowl. What a star he's become. Fabulous attitude. Oh, driven beautifully. What a good shot that is. So that's an excellent way to get some form back.
Well, he's heard you, Ramiz. He's going for his shots, breaking the shackle. They were slightly over-pitched, and all Chababa had to do is drive through the line. Very good shot for him. Will certainly give him some confidence.
Chamu playing a chum-chum shot.
Ramiz, you want to explain that?
Chum-chum is a sweet. I absolutely love it. Mithai, and cut and 4. Glorious, twice now of 2 balls.
Another sweetly timed shot there by Chababa. And Rauf this time pitching it in slightly short. He was on top of the ball very quickly. Backward point fielder had no chance.
One a straight drive, the other a cut shot. So he's read 2 lengths and has pounced on 2 opportunities here, cashed in on a wider angle. Goes wide and difficult, even for Rizwan, who's lithe and willowy behind the stumps. He's very athletic. Haris Rauf clearly losing the grip.
Obviously still very young at the international stage as Haris Rauf. He himself wasn't quite sure, but I think Babar needs to go up and speak to him just to sort of calm him down a little bit. Still early days in his T20 career. He's picked up the 5 wickets in this series. He's under the pump now.
Just goes on to show the value of attack and aggression. It can offset the game plan of even a good hand like Haris Rauf. That's a lot better. I think the previous ball that went wide down the leg side, he tried this angle, the in-swinging angle. Just got it all mixed up and wrong.
I think it's important for him to stick to his natural angle, which is swing the ball away from the right-hander. Doesn't need to unnecessarily try stuff. Yes, obviously 2 deliveries didn't go his way. Just needs to calm down and bowl in the correct corridor.
Oh, what a shot that is. Touch, caress, beautifully middle and flick through mid-wicket.
Brendan Taylor showing what he can do. Just glorious timing, a gentle flick of the wrist. Absolutely no need to run for that. 2 straight.
It's a magnificent start by Zimbabwe. Maybe now that the series is sealed, it may just free up the players, the batsmen, particularly. Very expressive, explosive start on the pads once again. So not a great first over from Harris, but a lot of entertainment provided by Zim.
One delivery still to go, and 19 have come off this over already. And they've all been good, decent cricketing shots. I think that's exactly what Zimbabwe wanted, especially Chababa. It's important for Harris to finish this over off well now.
Played it well. Fruitful over for Zim. They are 21 without a wicket. .21, Zimbabwe of 2. No is the call. Chamu, where are you going? Bit of a collision, I think, with Hasnan. Apologizing to his skipper.
Well, Chamu just seems like he's going with the flow here. Clearly wasn't a run there, but I'm guessing that collision probably saved him. The last thing Zimbabwe want is a run out here. They've got off to a flyer.
Yeah, there's this initial invite, and he was off. Oh, wait, watch, gone. He's hell-bent on, it seems, getting run out. Because his partner was ball watching, he was off once again. He wants the strike, I guess. Chamu has stroked a couple of lovely fours. I think he's grazed his hand in the process.
Well, both teams have promised us a cracker of a match, and it's certainly gotten off to one. Yes, no, yes, no. Ooh, that would have been very close if that had hit.
That would have been goodbye. That would have been end of Chamu. Heroic dive back into the crease. Yeah, I can do that. Once the ball lodges into your pads, it becomes a dead ball. So he could pick it up with his hands. See, what happens is when you go through such an experience of a near run out, the next ball that you face, you're obviously still not there, because that reel is being played in your mind of a narrow escape. So what he has to do is to just take deep breaths and concentrate now. Chamu, he's off to a good start. Nicely played with soft hands, a single. This time no problem as far as calling was concerned. Which calling card are they using? Still on Zim calling card?
We'll have to find that out later, I guess. But yeah, nicely played there. Played it fine for a single. Then it's got a tight offside field with 4 men in the ring. And 3 on the leg side. Fine, leg is up.
In fact, you've got to be just a little bit careful when you're running with Brendan Taylor. He's slightly on the heavier side and not as sprightly as he used to be. So far, so good, Zim. Knows the call. Nice early call for a no. 23 without a wicket. Imad Wasim is coming on to bowl, different angle for Zimbabweans now to cater. Playing his first T20I game in the series.
Shibaba wants to keep the charge on.
Bowling, mate. Good bowling.
Looks like he doesn't want to let Imad settle in. It's his first game, obviously.
Catch it! Oh, hit it!
Chance run out. Once again, misses the stumps. A fielder. Chamu's been like a James Bond, living dangerously.
Living on the edge, clearly. That's probably the third
Good check, ठीक है, ठीक है.
yes and no call, and the second very close call.
देखना कप्तान क्या कह रहा है? अंदर.
He's playing on 12. He's played well up till now.
खुदी. Well bowling, good bowling, mate. ठीक है, इसी पे रहा.
Yeah, Aruj is only on 12, but I'm already exhausted explaining what he's trying to do out there as far as running between wickets is concerned. A lot of twists and turns, needless twists and turns.
One.
You know, the idea is right. You've got to get some rhythm into your batting, and singles provide you that rhythm and platform where you get a little bit of confidence. And batting is about rhythm. But he's got to call correctly. Twice already, I think, he's had near escapes, near misses.
Catch it!
Flick, catch it is the call. It's taken. On second attempt, I think it's Khushdil Shah, who the ball popped out of his hand, and then he had the presence of mind really of taking it in the end.
Yeah, didn't get a hold of that, Taylor. He just merely went straight up into the air. But luckily, he got a hold of that on the second go. The captain would have not been happy. But Imad picks up the first Zimbabwean wicket and is the big man. Taylor goes for 8. Zimbabwe 26 for 1.
Home, mate. Last ball है, तगड़े रहा पीछे से.
Craig Irvin is at the non-striker's end. Imad Wasim has picked up a wicket and given Pakistan a good breakthrough. Brendan Taylor could have been a nasty opponent. So right after 4 overs, 27 for 1.
Still right him over.
But initially it's been the case where Zimbabwe start off well. Musa into the attack. And being pumped down the ground, but not enough timing on that, just a single. Brendan Taylor just chipping this into the leg side, and because the ball swinging back into him, it's always going to go pretty square. I wanted to hit it straighter. So Craig Irvin, his first game in this T20 series. But he'll have to make sure that Zimbabwe, well, they've lost their way in both T20s in the middle overs, and it almost sort of have a good start and then fall away. It's now they sort of, it's not really the middle of the innings, but it starts from here where they've fallen away. Past the bat, how do they address this mid-innings crisis?
Well, I think what's pulled them back the most in this middle bit of the innings is wickets falling at the wrong time. We've just seen Brendan Taylor and how he got out today on the legs and really just chipped the ball. This was the first T20 international, and he did the exact same thing. And actually, we spoke when he got out that if he had actually hit the ball as opposed to just chipping it, he probably could have got it over the boundary. Similar dismissal today. Just to go back to your question, Bazit, the problem they've had is that they have a little bit of a partnership, and then just at the wrong time they lose a guy who's scoring nicely. I think if you look through the scorecards for both the first T20 and the second T20, you'll find that a couple of people got starts, 30, 35, 40, but then get out at the wrong time. Somebody new comes in, has to face good pace, ball moving around. The leg spin of Kadir, which has been good in the middle parts, and it's just difficult for them to get going and continue the momentum that they had. So that's where I found that they've had their biggest problems in this middle part of the innings. And today, I hope they can try and address that.
The biggest problem today for you, Tino, has been the heat and that woolen cap. That's been a big problem. I think in the evening, you'll be all right. You've always been hot-headed, Tino.
I don't think so when I batted, Bazit. I thought I was quite cool, calm and collected.
Yeah, the helmet's got much more coolness to it. It lets air come through. This hat doesn't let anything come through. It's for the winters, Tino. You've been sold a hat for the up north in the winters. It is winters here, but it'll cool down in the evening, so keep wearing it.
Yeah, I think tonight the temperatures will drop and I'll be pretty comfortable.
Short ball pulled into the leg side, and that'll race away. Off the mark with the boundary. It's 5 gone, 32 for 1. Harish Rauf. Short and quick past the bat. Imad got a wicket in his over, but he's been replaced by Harish Rauf. 6th over of the power play, or the last over of the power play. A lot of teams regard that as a very important over in terms of the 20 overs.
Last opportunity to take advantage of the vast spaces beyond that inner circle.
But you know, Zim batted first in both the games and got 156 and 134. Yes, we talked about them losing wickets all the time, but the good T20 side just throughout their 20 overs go hard, and more often than not they get to a desired score. The problem Zim are having, they're trying to, well, build the innings and then it sort of falls apart. But obviously not played a lot of T20 cricket, which I keep coming back to. And Soil gets a wicket, trying to turn this on the leg side, and he's caught at point.
I'll tell you what, this is a good catch. It's gone quickly, but other than that, he's turning the bat into the onside. So the last thing you expect is the ball to loop up and go into the offside. But that is a really good catch. He's moved quickly, and he's made sure that he's got the hands under the ball, Fakhar Zaman. One of the top fielders in the Pakistan side, and that's a good catch. Craig Irvin's gone for 4. Zimbabwe 33 for 2.
Standout player for Zimbabwe this tour. Starts off with a classy little flick into the leg side. He's been a revelation.
We've seen the vast amount of talent that young Wesley MADHEVERE has. Fallen straight from Rauf. Just picks that off the legs with ease. Wesley MADHEVERE off the mark with a boundary.
Better length from Haris Rauf, but the length was perfect against Irvin.
Good length, good angle across the left-hander. Made him think that it was going to be coming back into him, which is what he does naturally to the left-hander. Haris Rauf. And again, quality catch from Fakhar Zaman.
Power play done. It's 39 for 2. Throw at Chibaba's end, and Chibaba was almost unaware of what was happening.
Yeah, he looked like he thought the fielder was going to throw it to the keeper's end. Of course, that is the danger end. Closer for the fielder at point. Wesley MADHEVERE is quick.
Just fraction, just touch. Center.
40 for 2 now. Zimbabwe, 1 ball into the 7th over. They were 39 for 2 at the end of the power play. The second T20 international, 45 for 3 after the first 6, and 42 for 2 in the first T20.
Scramble single. Musa will consistently just bowl short of a length. That's his natural length. Zimbabwe, well, they started off brightly in the power play. Lovely straight drive from Chibaba. Smashed to the offside, flicked through the onside, and second over looked as if things were going their way. Then Brendan Taylor chipping it into the outfield, got caught. And Irvin dismissed with a delivery that seemed away. Wesley started off as per usual, classy. Quick delivery. Well, he does bowl the bouncer well. He does like that back of a length, but just saw Chibaba take a step towards him.
1 for the over. Signaled by umpire Hassan Raza, but this is well bowled. Chibaba just telegraphing his intentions a little bit early. But really well done by Musa to pick that up and change his length. Followed Chibaba as well.
You know, the one thing we don't hear about is the lesser teams not playing enough international cricket, or not playing enough T20s, as is the case with Zimbabwe, and also the fact that there's a lot of money involved in getting cricket structure going and getting the team in a better way. You need a lot of infrastructure, a lot of money to be spent there, and it correlates basically to the top teams who are making a lot of money, and then they get their team to become one of the top teams. So on the surface, we just look at it and say Zimbabwe not up to the mark in terms of getting a lot of results. This won't go Musa's way, but there's a lot of background to that.
There is. And before you get to international level and play enough cricket at that level, I really think that, one, the development structure needs to be strong. I think we can get better with regards to that in Zimbabwe. and the domestic structure in particular and how much cricket they play there. I think a couple of nights ago had a conversation with Wasim on air about T20 cricket and it being played domestically in Zimbabwe can improve. Sometimes you'll have a season where there won't be a T20 competition. There's always the Logan Cup, which is the 4-day stuff, the 50-over competition. I think if I remember well, last season there wasn't a local domestic T20. So it's important for the guys to play those games as well, get exposure, and then play at international level. 42 for 2.
Ball bat, bowling bat.
Mark comes back into the attack. Just bowled that 1 over in the power play, got a wicket. And then Haris Rauf was introduced for the 6th over and he got a wicket. Now Imad back. So probably thinking that they carry on like this, they'll get a wicket and over from the pavilion end. Wasim, a very clever operator, doesn't spin the ball much, but he's always attacking the stumps.
Catch it.
Down the ground, shout of catch it, but it's over the top. Maximum. But nicely done by Chibaba. 13-6 off the series.
Just a bit of air, not a much. But Chibaba had decided that he was going to take him on. Just coming back to what we were talking about very quickly, Bazit. Exposure, domestic level. Look at Pakistan. Just had the National T20 Cup. There is the franchises, which is the Pakistan Super League. Down the ground, Chibaba this time. Oh, falls short of the man at long on, and he gets a boundary. Just got 1 ball to go, Bazit, if I can just very quickly finish. I know that Haris Rauf is somebody who was picked up in the advent of T20 cricket, and he's gone on to represent the country. He may not get a lot, but that exposure prepares him for international level. Lots of games, lots of experience.
Well, 13 of the 8 is 55 for 2.
This has been a good start by Zimbabwe. 2 down for 55, and their examination hasn't ended because now they're pitted against a very talented leg spinner, Usman Kadir. Sana Mir is with me. Hello, Sana. Do you rate him, Usman?
Hi, Ramesh bhai. Definitely, I think he has been the pick of the spinners in this whole series for T20.
That is such a good way to begin your spell with a wrong one. Normally, they say leg spinners take a bit of time to adjust to the googly length, but he's almost on the mark here.
This is what happens when you have the confidence, you have some wickets in the bag, and the team is doing well. You can take some chances pretty early on.
Catch it is the call. This should be taken. and gone. And that's the value you have with a leg spinner in the playing 11, because wrist spin is in fashion, in vogue, and there's a reason why, because you have a wicket-taking option.
And with the wrong one on the first ball, he has got the batter in two minds. He was nowhere there to play this shot, takes the top edge, gets out on the boundary.
Chamu Chababa is gone after scoring a quick fire 31, 55 for 3. Wesley's on strike. Gets it to spin.
Another wrong one there from Usman Qadir. Looking very confident now. This is the wicket. This is the ball. This was the leg spinner. And a good catch in the deep.
He should have done better with that length. It wasn't such a difficult ball to hit, but I think he tried to hit it just a little too hard.
Go check, kar, shaba, theek hai. Ye bhi zara hai re.
I would give him a slip, the way he's spinning the wrong one. Good way to start the knock with a strong drive down the ground.
Ryan Burl was played really good 2 innings in the last T20s. His best score is 57, played 19 matches. It's a left and right hand combination. Usman Qadir bowling wrong ones to both batters.
Oh, lovely, beautiful delivery. He's pretty tall. He's taller than his dad. He's about 6, so he'll get the ball to dip and bounce. What a good leg spinner that is. So, lot to like about this young kid.
Yes, great revolutions on the ball there. Batsman squaring up. A perfect sight for a leg spinner there.
He's befuddled the batsman in his first over. What a good start by Usman Qadir. 57 for 3.
Skipper, Medan. Fakhar. तो डिसहार्ड हो के ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी चले बादशाह ठीक है जा रही ठीक है
Ahmad Wasim is kind of an exact opposite of Usman Qadir. Doesn't believe in spinning the ball. He believes in angles. Lovely in-drift bowler to the right-handers, and very difficult to hit through the offside if you're a right-hander. Catch it. Soft dismissal. He's just arrived at the crease and took a lot of risks playing a cute shot and paying the price for it.
And here is the reverse sweep. Imam watching the batter, making sure the ball was full and it was not there to sweep. Another blow for Zimbabwe. Ryan Burl out for 1 of 3, 57 for 4.
Milton Shumba, can he roar on debut? Explained earlier, Shumba means lion.
Oh, yeah.
Imad Wasim bowling what he likes to bowl, low trajectory, straight balls in the stumps, not giving any room. Here also on this occasion, making sure he was targeting the batter.
The other thing that he does so well, Imad, is he goes through the overs very quickly. Just a couple of paces of run up and he's at you in a jiffy.
Doesn't give much time to the batter to settle. With wickets falling, there's no time to think, rethink or regroup with Imad bowling there. So this is when Milton Shumba got his debut cap, a proud moment for him.
I think he got the cap from Hamilton Masakadza, who used to absolutely muscle the ball. Now managing this side after 10:58 for 4.
इसके बाद जो आएगा ना दौड़ के आने सबने अगर आउट हो गए ना सबने दौड़ के आना ऊपर अरे उसे आउट सीखा ना इंशाल्लाह अमंडा बटूल रहा सीखा आगे ला उधरी बुलाएं के बॉल रेडी बॉयज मेरी जान शाबाश सिंगल ली ना मेरी जान सिंगल ली ना दोनों
Usman Kader is going to bowl again. He's been given a slip.
ठीक है ये भी तेरा छोटा भी तेरा ही है मगर बस थोड़ा सा उसके साथ खेलो
Good decision there. He is turning the ball really well. There was a time Usman Kader was thinking about playing in Australia, for Australia, because he was not getting the breakthrough needed here. So it's really good to see him in the green colours now for Pakistan.
Now he's brimming with talent, Wesley. All he has to do is to make sure that he just doesn't hurry the act. 4 wickets down. Both these batsmen have actually played World Cup cricket for Zimbabwe quite recently, under 19 World Cup cricket.
This is a great opportunity for both these young batters to show their talent away from home. Different conditions, how are they going to adapt to these conditions? And in under pressure, how can they rebuild this innings from here? It's a good test for them.
Man with the glasses on the right, that is Zakir Khan, looking after the foreign teams and delegations. Oh, beautifully bowled. It missed the stumps. Batsman didn't read it. The keeper also didn't get it.
The best part of Usman Kader's bowling is his action is so good. Just changes it very late, not letting the batter or the keeper reads it. Very lucky to survive this one.
You bowled spin as well, Sana. I can see that you're pretty excited watching Usman Kader, because there's serious bit of nip off the surface when he bowls those wrong guns especially.
It is always great to see a spinner thrive in T20. You need to have a special quality to actually perform in the T20s, because it's such a cruel game for the bowlers. You don't get to flight the ball too much. So it's really good to see that he's now acting as an aggressive bowler, as a wicket-taking bowler with slip and a wicket already.
He was out in a similar fashion in the last T20 game as well, trying to sweep Usman Kader. When you don't read a leg spinner properly, you opt for that shot. They're looking at the option of a DRS. They've gone for it.
I think
TV umpire to director, We have a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with front-on spin vision, please. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through ultra edge. Waiting for the ultra edge, guys. Still waiting for the ultra edge. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Roll it back, please. Roll it back. Roll it back. Roll back, roll back. Roll back. Roll back, roll back. There is a gap. Now roll forward. There is a rumble in the flat line, but there is a gap between bat and ball. Roll it through to the pad, please. Satisfied. No bat involved. Go for ball tracking when ready, please. On-field decision not out. Pitch in line, impact outside, go back to on-field umpire. SN, stay with your original decision. I'll let you know when you're on screen. You're on screen, please signal. Thank you.
Missed the ultra edge, missed the pad, in fact hit his chest. I don't know why Pakistan opted for a review. But anyway, 65 for 4. After 11 overs, the left-hander is on strike against Imad.
It is very important for teams to prepare to take the reviews, to educate our players and our captains, especially our wicket keepers, to use this review well. They are lucky in men's cricket, they have got 2 reviews in T20. For us, it's only 1. So it's very imperative that you learn how to use it.
That's an excellent point that you make, Sana, because it's such a crucial part of your arsenal, DRS. And you've got to nominate a certain man for it. If the captain is not in the slips, if he doesn't have a good view of it, then either he's got to trust his keeper or the bowler. And you've got to be sagacious, very, very correct in making that call. MS Dhoni of India was quite marvelous in that area. He almost read it correctly every time. Oh, slipped and still was able to control that one.
Both the batter and the fielder was very lucky on this occasion. The batter was lucky the catch didn't carry it, and the fielder was lucky that he still is not injured.
Yeah, still got full set of 32 teeth. Otherwise, there's a ready service available here. Aruj Mumtaz is a dentist by profession. She would have fixed the teeth situation. Gone for 6. Played it with the angle of the ball, and that's a good muscle hit.
On this occasion, Imad Wasim trying too hard to hit those pads, and beautiful pickup from the batter here. Just look at that shot. Full extension of the arms for 6 runs maximum.
That should give him a bit of a confidence. Not easy playing this quality of spin. And Imad is a thorough professional at controlling the scoring card, the run rate. Doesn't like getting hit for 4s and 6s. Nicely played. Follows it up with a single down the ground. And after 12, it's 74 for 4.
Marsha.
74 for 4. 8 overs to go in the innings. 8 from here will get them to 138. They want more than that, Zimbabwe. Oh, what a beautiful delivery. He has foxed the young left-hander. As Osman Kadir, it's the googly once again that gets the breakthrough.
Hasn't Osman impressed us all? Doing another fantastic job here. Picks up his second wicket. Favors the googly. It spins and spins quite a way. Drags the batsman out and Rizwan behind the stumps, making no mistake. Zimbabwe lose their 5th. Milton Shumba gone for 11. Zimbabwe now 74 for 5.
Well, ELTON CHIGUMBURA is playing in his final game for Zimbabwe. Announced his desire to retire from the international game at the beginning of this T20 international series. And that is very sporting from Pakistan. A guard of honor for ELTON CHIGUMBURA. 284 on the back of the jersey today. The number of matches that he has represented Zimbabwe in across all formats. His T20 career, his 57th game. 891 runs. And that strike rate is what's important, 141.6. ELTON CHIGUMBURA, he'll be hoping that he can give a sparkling performance as he bows out of international cricket. 284 matches for Zimbabwe.
He walks into a bit of a difficult situation.
Wonderful delivery. Now, the length is what's important, because if it's full and it's the googly, he can still cover that turn. Big appeal, it struck him outside the line.
Pakistan's got the pressure on. Babar himself has walked into the slips. As the length you talk about, Tino dragged the batsman out. Clearly didn't pick that googly.
This time, gets the connection on the sweep shot. Good thing he did, because that was pretty adjacent, I think, if ELTON CHIGUMBURA hadn't got bat on that.
Tino, you spoke to Elton a few days ago. He mentioned he would like to finish at a strike rate of 500, didn't he? So, perfect opportunity to end with style.
Well, it would certainly help the Zimbabwean scorecard at the moment. WESLEY MADHEVERE. It's been a revelation for Zimbabwe in this series. Gone! Commentator's curse. Disappointed is WESLEY MADHEVERE. All he's done really is just pushed forward.
Osman has spun a web around the Zimbabwean batsman. Beautifully landed. An easy catch for Babar. Wesley gone for 9. Zimbabwe now 75 for 6.
Donald Chiripano, all-rounder for Zimbabwe. Does a little bit with the bat, more so in 50-over cricket. This is why he's here. This is a beautiful delivery. He's drawn Wesley MADHEVERE out once again. He's just looking to play the forward defensive. Enough turn to take that outside edge. And not just credit to the bowler, credit to the captain, making sure there's a slip in there. And took the chance when it came. 13 gone, 76 for 6. Musa back into the attack. Good pace. Now Mohammad Rizwan has gone up straight away. Now, if you go up straight away like that, I would expect you to tell the captain to go up for the review. Discussions happening between the two of them. Mohammad Rizwan is convinced.
Rizwan's telling the captain that he heard something.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for caught behind. The on-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with front-on spin vision. Ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through all tries, please. Roll forward, roll forward, roll forward. Flat line, flat line, flat line, flat line. And there's a gap as well between bat and ball. Roll forward, please. Roll forward. Roll forward. Yeah. Go back to on-field umpire. Alim, flat line when ball passing the bat. Stay with your original decision. You're on screen. Please signal.
Not out, quite clearly. I don't know what Mohammad Rizwan heard, because he was very animated.
Yeah, very adamant to the skipper Babar there, saying that he heard something. Musa clearly didn't, because he didn't go up at all. In fact, no one else did. Musa's got the slip in now. Beautiful display of leg spin bowling here. Easy catch in the end by Babar, and Usman is static. What a T20 series he's having. Picked up 1 in the first on debut, 3 in the previous game, and already has 3 to his name in this game.
And economical as well. Went for 24 on that first T20, 23 in the last. Struck, and struck hard by Tirupano. Misfield at extra cover. Imad will see him, the fielder, and get a couple.
There's the misfield from Imad. Didn't get down in time. But Tino here, I think the only option Zimbabwe here is to have a go. Don't have a lot more left in the tank to come, so best thing to just have a swing.
Well, at the end of this over, we'll have another 6 to go. 2 balls till the end of this over. And Donald Tirupano and ELTON CHIGUMBURA, we both know, can bat. So I'd like to see them just push a little bit longer. Try and get themselves to the 18th over. Jomo, hit the jackpot and you earn yourself $200. Or you can get a little bit more if you hit the service ties board. Hit and win, $500 US. Just back to your question, Rouge. Oh, overthrows, good running from the Zimbabwean batsman. alert and aware. Yeah, so I'd like to see them just tick it over. If there's a ball to be hit to the boundary, then do so. Because if they start having a go now and they lose one of these two, then the men to come really don't have the ability to do that. Push on until about the 18th over. By then you would have got a feel of the pitch, a couple of boundaries when the bad ball's there. Make sure you're ticking over the scoreboard, taking singles when the opportunities are there, and then in those last couple of overs try and get as many as possible.
Musa still searching for his first T20 wicket. End of 14, Zimbabwe 80 for 6.
So those are the men to come. Just going back to your conversation, for us, he's on debut. Wellington Masakadza. Well, if he's at number 10, then you can't expect too much from his bat. Zarabani, we've figured, is a proper number 11. So important for these guys just to push on over the next 3 or 4 overs and then have a go towards the end.
This will probably be important over for them to see out a little bit. Usman has already picked up 3, and Imad is bowled out, and then they've got the quicks. It's important to see how they get along in this one. Not afraid to give it air now, Usman. Just be the one.
Yeah, not afraid to give the ball there, and I think that's why he's been successful. As a leg spinner, you've got to try and entice the batsman, and that's how he's got the majority of his wickets. Look at that, beautiful. You're not going to get that amount of turn if you don't give the ball air. 3 balls to go in his last over. 3 for 7 at the moment. His best figures in all T20 cricket, not just the 3 internationals he's played. His 38th T20 match, this one.
Spoke to him earlier in the day. He was very confident about his ability to bowl the variations. He knows that he has to read the situation, and he was confident that he's got the deliveries that turn as well. Not afraid to bowl the googly every now and then. Just as we speak, he bowls another one and missed everyone. Will race away into the fence. We'll have to bowl that one again, but runs nonetheless for Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe will take them whichever way they come at the moment. This is his pitch map to right-handers throughout the series. And those red dots, of course, are his stock ball, the leg break. Those yellow ones are the flipper and then the googly. And look at the number of googlies he's bowled as opposed to the leg break. And then put the flippers in there as well. It's almost half and half. So he's not afraid to bowl that googly. It's got him wickets. And he bowls it well. Good call from ELTON CHIGUMBURA. Bit of a scramble for Tiripano. Ball to go in the 15th over. 7 off it so far.
Yet to concede a boundary from the bat, Usman. 1 wicket, 1 delivery left in his spell. He's already picked up 3 with just the 13 runs given away.
That is a good catch from Mohammad Rizwan. ELTON CHIGUMBURA will not be going up to the 3rd umpire. He knows he's got some willow on it. And the end of what has been a long career for this man in the red and gold for Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, his last dance is done.
Wrong one again. Slider a bit faster. He got a tickle on that. An excellent catch down the leg side from Rizwan. What a spell of bowling we've seen from Osman. But let's talk about that man. Only managed the two. What a true ambassador for Zimbabwean cricket and world cricket. The team will give him a standing send-off. He'll be proud for what he's done for Zimbabwe cricket.
Tiripano advances down the ground. Bit of bounce. Not where he intended it to go, but as I said, at the moment, Zimbabwe will take them however they come, Marouj.
With both arms, they'll take these runs coming from wherever. Tiripano's definitely decided to have a go. It was short, it was wide, but clearly not where he intended to go. Tino, I think they'll probably just want to swing through now.
Donald Tiripano will probably try and accelerate a little bit. Wellington Masakadza playing in his first game. Zarabani to come. He'll try and take advantage of these deliveries as much as he can. Nicely timed from Tiripano this time.
Much better this time from him. Clearly where he intended for that one to go. Gave himself a bit of room and just dabbed into third man. Should have been stopped.
The way he played that was kind of proof to us that I can actually play it nicely as opposed to the delivery before. Short. That's a good delivery. Very good comeback from Musa. Tiripano a couple of times has advanced down the wicket. Not on this occasion, but a good bumper.
That's the last wicket to fall. Fine tickle down the leg side. Brought an end to ELTON CHIGUMBURA's international career. He's decided to obviously hang his boots. But what a bowling spell from Usman Qadir, picking up 4 wickets. Usman makes a strong case for the selectors here, pushing his spot to become a permanent member in this T20 side.
Well, it's the first I've seen him, and I've been impressed. Good control. We talked about him a little bit earlier, that he's not afraid to throw the ball up, not afraid to try his variations, even in this format of the game. Quite often spinners just try and get that ball as flat and as quickly as possible to the other end and not give the batsman an opportunity to take them on. But that lack of fear is what has brought him these wickets. 4 today. 4 in the first 2. So I'm pretty sure he's right up there in terms of highest wicket takers in the series.
Musa yet to pick up a T20 wicket, still searching for one. He's got 2 more deliveries. He's quick and nippy. Bowls a short one well every now and then to surprise the batsman. Well, he'll bowl to Wellington Masakadza now, will face his first delivery.
bit of a flinch from Wellington Masakadza. He can't be comfortable. Usman Kadir, the man that we've just been talking about. 16 dots in those 24 balls that he bowled today. 4 wickets, and that's him in the series. Best of 4 for 13, that was today. And even the economy, 5.45 in T20 cricket is very good. In particular, in an instance where Zimbabwe has batted first in all 3 of those. Tucked away. It'll just be the single for Tiripano to end the 16th. Zimbabwe now 2 short of 100, 98 for 7.
Pakistan rattling through. Zimbabwe's batting line 98 for 7. And Hasnan's been brought back into the attack.
Zimbabwe has struggled throughout the series in T20s, not able to post a decent total. And apart from one bowler, no other bowler has penetrated the Pakistan batting.
In terms of Pakistan as a bowling side in T20s, well, they bowl opponents out most often in T20Is, 156 matches, and they bowl teams out in 31 of those, which is number 1. Second on the list is Australia, 128 with 22 times, and New Zealand tied on 22. That's a really good illustration of where Pakistan's strength in T20Is lie.
Definitely with this kind of record, better than Australia, better than New Zealand, with 31 times they have got the opponent out. It shows a lot about the strength, and we still have the best T20 bowler in the world, and we have seen that a lot of these bowlers like Imad have been in the top rankings. So pretty good as far as Pakistan is concerned, but not for Zimbabwe.
Short, and that's drilled over the top, nicely hit. Wellington Masakadza brings up the 100 with a forehand over mid-off.
Hasnan a bit short of length, and Masakadza lofting it up from mid-off region for 4 runs. 100 up for Zimbabwe.
A turn to the leg side and time exquisitely. Has gone to the fence as well.
Masakadza here showing that how you can use the pace on Pindi Stadium. The bowler is fast. He's just not trying to hit it too hard, just chipping it away in the gap, and this ground gives value to your shot. 4 runs. Played it very late, let the ball come to him, just timing it to perfection. 4 runs.
Turning out to be a good over. Been few and far between these good overs for Zimbabwe. Having won the toss and elected to bat. It's been the same old story where they lost wickets consistently, and that has pegged the scoring rate back. Look at the second 50. Obviously, it's going to get pegged back because of wickets in the middle overs.
And the spinners operating from both ends for Pakistan. They made sure that the run rate was kept low.
Missed field by Musa, and they race back for the second. Even trying to get back for the third, but no, just the two. And that means that the end of the 17th is 110 for 7. Yeah, sun setting, and it's setting on Zimbabwe's batting as well. It's been the series where Pakistan's bowling has dominated yet again. Zimbabwe wanting to bat first each time. This time around, Chibaba with 31, but nothing else at all. Yeah, and I want to talk to Sana about that. I want to talk to you about this, Sana. Every time when Chibaba's been at the toss, no matter if he's won it or not, he said that they want to bat first. And Rawalpindi are chasing ground. Stats show that it's difficult to defend, and they've stuck at it. And just by an outside, you look into that side and you think they've got a strong batting lineup.
Yes, with this, sometimes with teams who are ranked low in the ranking, their mindset becomes very defensive. There was a run out, chance of a run out with there was a direct hit, but no, quite comfortably in, I guess. No, it could have been close if there was a direct hit, but yes, it should have been. I guess their analyst was not up to the mark, or their team management planning was not there. They were not confident in chasing.
Given a wide. Add to that, Pakistan have brilliant bowlers in T20 cricket. Haris Rauf is 19.5 is his average. Shaheen Shah Afridi 20.02, and Shadab Khan, who's not played in this series, 22. This is before today, and Haris now has added to that. He's got now 45. So bowling Pakistan's strength.
I think both Pakistan and Zimbabwe would be a bit disappointed. Pakistan, because they didn't get to bat first the entire series. They had one chance when they won the toss, but they went with the stats that chasing was a bit easier. But we didn't see any big score because Pakistan was not able to bat in any of one of the T20s. And Zimbabwe not taking advantage of winning that toss, trying to put the scores on board.
Scramble single, and will there be overthrow? Yes, there will be. Very aware was Wellington Masakadza, just looking for a little bobble, and he was off and running for the second.
Zimbabwe has been running dangerously today. Pakistan not hitting the stumps quite well. There were a few chances of run-outs, but none of the throws was directly on the stumps.
Outside edge, and just manages to reach the fence. Hasnan, well, death stare from Haris Rauf. Hasnan just not being able to get down in time.
Haris Rauf has been quite expensive today, and with this misfield, concede another boundary. We saw in the national T20 also the fielding standards were not great. Even though this is a series that we have won very easily, but this is something Pakistan might want to look at improving this fielding standard if they really want to perform consistently at the top.
Turn into the leg side and they'll come back for the second. 10 off the 18th, it's 120 for 7. .33 of 19, the best partnership of the innings. Probably need 30 more, but we've seen that 150 has not been enough. Outside half off the bat and another wicket for Pakistan.
Masakadza trying to play it across the line. Trying to play it across the line, takes the top edge. Ball carries to third man, Imad Wasim, making no mistake. Another wicket for Pakistan, Zimbabwe 120 for 8.
Faraz Akram. Debut, T20I debut for Faraz Akram. Born in Saudi Arabia, we don't get many of those. Run out opportunity, oh, it would have been curtained straight away. But off the mark in T20I says Faraz.
There was a chance of a run out if the bowler was behind the stumps. Hasnan on this occasion tried to get back, but comfortably in. 1 run for Faraz on his debut. Look at this. If the bowler could have been backing at the stumps, it could have given him a better opportunity to take the bails off. Tiripano, who's on strike, his wife also plays for Zimbabwe.
He's into the leg side, coming back for the second, and I think he has to run off. Straight away, Alim Dar says, that's out.
Fakhar Zaman having the presence of mind, backing the stumps. Imad making no mistake for the throw, and Alim Dar decides that he doesn't need to go to the third umpire and gives it out.
Tiripano out for 28. It's 122 for 9. Muzrabani comes to the crease, shake off the head from him. He's bowled really well in the series, but his batsman has not let him down every time, especially in T20Is. It's been Wickets falling all the time. The second run maybe was on, but quick thinking from Fakhar Zaman to get to the stumps. Rizwan had gone to collect the ball, so good teamwork. Oh, inside edge, races to the fence. Welcome boundary.
Blessing Mazhar Rabbani would be happy to add these 4 runs, but not happy with the way the team is playing. A good Yorker from Hasnain. Pakistan has another opportunity to get the opponent all out. They have already done it 31 times. They still have 7 more balls. A good Yorker, but quite lucky for Blessing Mazhar Rabbani.
126 for 9. Final over, and Haris Rauf is going to start the 20th. Faraz Akram gets a single. Just been informed that Saudi Arabia have played 9 T20Is, 8 T20Is. So there are quite a few international players now. And Faraz Akram got a cap before the games, playing for Zimbabwe. Born in Jeddah. Dab down the ground was Rabbani, doesn't want to run back, just jogs for the single. The first game they got 156. Then got 134. Now they'll, well, it looks as if they might not get to 134 even. It's just been downhill from the first game onwards.
Only Chibaba 31 and Tiripano 28 were amongst the runs. Nothing else there in the batting card.
A swing and a miss. Talked about Pakistan's bowling effort and how good they have been. Just keep coming at you. If the fast bowlers don't get you, they've got potent spinners who are wicket-taking spinners that can turn the ball both ways. Usman Qadir, who's played in this series, they've got Shadab, who's not been fit enough to take part. So quite a few options for Pakistan. They're developing into now, they had a little dip in T20s and now they're developing back to that top side.
It's always really good to see Rizwan on the field. He's so agile, running all across the ground as a keeper, very active there. And yes, now Pakistan is again developing into a unit. They were world #1 at one point, then at some point lost the way, and now rebuilding again. Definitely Zimbabwe is not the team that will help us assess it very correctly. But yes, there will be some indications of in which direction the team should be heading.
So one more delivery, one more chance to get that 32nd all out in T20Is. The ratio is 1 every 5 games, so they are due. Can Haris Rauf get this on target? Can he get it on middle and off? Muzrabani is going to swing from the hip. Oh, just misses the off stump. So managed to play out the 20. It's 129. They got 9 wickets down. Pakistan be well satisfied with their bowling effort. Harsh Rauf bowled well, but those spinners who really did the damage. Usman Khader, Imad Wasim. And after the first 20 overs, Pakistan holding the big advantage. And the team in top form bowling wise, and a team which is looking very, very confident. I think Baba got 31, Tripano 28, but Pakistan's bowling just kept on getting wickets throughout. Not a lot of partnerships either, just that 33 of 20 Wellington, Masakadza and Tripano, and that meant it was 129 for 9. Well, the bowlers all looked good. Hasnain with 1, Rauf with 1, Imad Wasim with 2, but the star of the show, Usman Khader, 4 overs, 4 for 13. So Pakistan set 130 to win at 6.5 per over.
We're delighted to be partnering with the National Emergency Operations Centre of the Pakistan Polio Eradication Programme. It's very important that we continue to raise awareness, promote acceptance of vaccines, and do everything that we can to protect our children from polio. Together with cricket and the platform that we have, we can raise awareness, use the vehicle of cricket to promote and raise awareness about polio. Our players are national ambassadors and have a voice. It's important we use that voice and we work together to eradicate polio.
यकीनन इसकी वजह से हमारे वालिदैन जो कि हमारे खिलाड़ियों के साथ बेइंतहा मोहब्बत करते हैं, उनकी तरफ से जब एक पॉजिटिव पैगाम जाएगा, उसकी वजह से वो इस अमर को यकीनी बनाएंगे कि उनका हर बच्चा जो है वो ना सिर्फ पोलियो बल्कि तमाम तर जो हमारी वैक्सीन प्रिवेंटेबल डिजीज़ हैं उसके ख़िलाफ़ वो इफ़ेक्टिव वैक्सीन्स के बर वक्त इस्तेमाल के ज़रिए वो उन बीमारियों से मुकम्मल तौर पर महफूज रह सके।
Pakistan Cricket Board is joining hands with Pakistan Polio Eradication Program for a polio-free Pakistan. Pakistani cricketers will promote the acceptance of the vaccine through campaigns organized during the event. Polio can be prevented through immunization, and the partnership aims to encourage parents to get their kids vaccinated. Very important, Pakistan becomes polio-free. Well, back here is falling like crows were wickets for Zimbabwe, and only Chibaba with 31, Tiripana 28, but 129 for 9 of the 20 just seems not good enough. Well, Zimbabwe elected to bat first, and they started off nicely. Chibaba driving the ball down the ground, timed the ball well, cut short, worked tremendously, and even Brendan Taylor looked as if he was set for a good score, but a flick into the leg side and taken by Hush still meant that the first wicket was lost. And after that, terrific delivery by Haris Sohail, getting the ball to just nip away from Irvin, and Pakistan started to turn the screw. Wesley came in, as he's done all series, timed the ball well. Chibaba got one over the fence, and it was all about Usman Qadir.
Once the spinners came on, it was game over for Zimbabwe. Imad Wasim and Usman Qadir tightening the screws on Zimbabwe, making them play those odd shots which were not needed. A couple of good hits along the way, but it was mostly Usman Qadir, Rizwan being very quick behind the stumps, and Usman Qadir making it memorable for him. A good captaincy by Babar Azam, taking a good catch, and Usman Qadir coming into action. Another great catch by Mohammad Rizwan down the leg side.
Zimbabwe then rallied. Wellington Masakasa got a few hits down the ground, a lovely little clip to the leg side. It was a bit partnership off the innings. Another scene with a catch at the fence. So it was all too good from Pakistan. The bowling unit really did wonders. Fielding was good too, this one. A terrific take from Fakhr, making sure that Zimbabwe never really got their innings to a huge start or a huge end. Well, the star of the show, Usman Qadir, 4 for 13, 16 dot balls, the leg break, the googly working well. 129 they got, and just a fall of wickets, consistent fall of wickets, as has been the story of the series. Pakistan then, of their 20, will require 130, and it'll be at a rate of 6.5 per over. Umpires now walking in, Ehsan Raza, Aleem Dar, and Pakistan will be very confident with the chase.
Zimbabwean outfit just getting ready to come out and try and defend the 129 that they put on the board. Blessing Zarabani, they'll look to him to try and get some early breakthroughs. He's been good with the ball for Zimbabwe in particular from that third one-day international, where his heroics got them across the line. They're going to have any chance of winning this game. He's got a crucial part to play himself. Big smile on the captain's face, Chamuch Baba. He'll definitely be hoping that his opening pair will try and get some early inroads. Abdullah Shafiq, his 10th match, 358 runs, a good average, 44.75. Anything above 30 in T20 cricket is good. Strike rate of 133 and a best of 100 and 2 not out.
What it doesn't say on that card is that he's only 20 years old. It's massive talent. Let's see whether he can translate that talent into international arena, international cricket. Fakhar Zaman needs a good outing. Nothing wrong with his numbers. Average can improve a little bit, but strike rate is pretty acceptable. 450s for him. Best of 91. When he plays, then he's the king out there.
Yeah, we've not seen the Fakhar Zaman that we've been accustomed to over the years. He himself in Pakistan, the team, will be hoping that he can get himself back in the runs. He is so dangerous when he gets going.
It needs to be instinctive. There's no point of him being cautious out there to get some runs. I think it's got to be as instinctive as possible, but pick the right ball to hit. I think that is what he needs to do. Just don't go wild with your shot selection. Off the mark, quick single. Close thing, close shave, but I think he would have made his ground in the end.
That's a good call. Dead bat called early. Craig Urban's quick. I think he would have been home, Fakhar Zaman. Maybe a little tight.
Blessing Muzarbani is tall. He'll get the ball to bounce as well. There's a slip in place. Abdullah Shafiq on debut. He scored a century on his T20 debut in domestic cricket. Oh, almost a feather edge there. Extra bit of zip and bounce.
And that's the bounce that you're talking about. He's got it all throughout the series, and that has taken off. Well played by Abdullah. Pulled the hands away.
It's important that he doesn't go too low against Muzarbani. Off the mark with a stylish shot. Tino, if I go a little overboard with my liking of this fellow, please excuse me, because I'm a great, huge fan of his talent. Got the cap from Abdul Hafiz. Mohammad Hafiz. Abdul Hafiz Kada was our first captain, actually, in the early 50s. Late call, but they pinch a single.
Good awareness from Fakazaman. Had the man at deep square leg, so there was a bit of space in mid-wicket. ELTON CHIGUMBURA was a bit back on the circle at mid-on. Realised that and took quick single. 4 men into the covers for the right-hander.
Stylishly played. That's his first 4. Busy at the crease, stylishly done. A lot to look forward to this 20-year-old talent. 7 without a wicket. One, 2, 3 needed in 114 balls. Tripano is bowling from the media end. Fakhar is extremely fit. Gets back quickly for the second.
Not quite as light and nimble on his feet as he was, ELTON CHIGUMBURA, when he started. It's been 16 years of long service for Zimbabwe cricket. Of course, announced his retirement from the international game, ELTON CHIGUMBURA, at the beginning of this T20 series.
A little bit of an inside edge, I think. It sounded woody. They're not going to go for a review here. The DRS timer is on. So what are the options for a retired Zimbabwean cricketer then, Tino? Do they have options to go back and work in a cricket environment?
I think Zimbabwe cricket is trying to get many former cricketers as involved as possible. Hamilton Masakadza, upon retirement, was given the role of director of cricket. That was in September of last year. He's been on tour with the boys, and I think ELTON may be interested in getting himself into some coaching. We've heard him talk about that, and at the interview that I had with him a couple of days ago, he also mentioned wanting to give back to Zimbabwe cricket. He's come through Zimbabwe cricket. Young player. He was thrust into the side when a few of the players left way back in 2004, just after the Under-19 World Cup, along with Brendan Taylor, Sean Williams, who are both in this team. So played a lot of his cricket during tough times for Zimbabwe cricket. That's Hamilton Masakadza in the suit on the left, and so I think he understands the situation Zimbabwe cricket's gone through and the direction that they need to go, and I think he's got a lot to offer.
Very tight over this from Tripano, just 2 from it, 9 without a wicket. He's been good so far. Muzrabani, a little bit of pace. Getting the ball to bounce as well. 2 dismissals of Fakhr against Muzrabani. Trying to hit the length ball, and because of the extra bounce that he gets because of his height, not able to control those 2 shots. Fakhr hit the splice of the blade and ended up to be soft dismissals.
No, he's definitely been one who's extracted a lot of bounce. Zarabani, you'll remember when he dismissed the captain in the last ODI, extra bounce again, right at the back end of the innings. 3 matches in this series, 4 wickets, average of 16, best of 2 for 26. And what I've liked about him, Ramiz, is that he's getting himself in the wickets every single game.
Nicely timed. You don't bowl there because it's such a sweet square cutter of the ball. Timing was flawless as well. Hardly seemed to have hit this one. Got on top of the bounce, good roll of the wrist, kept it along the carpet.
You don't want to be giving Fakhr width outside the off stump. Even that had a bit of extra bounce, but got himself over the top of that nicely.
And dropped. Chababa, captain. That wasn't a toughie. That really should have been accepted.
Yeah, we know Fakhr struggles in that area, especially when the ball is new. That extra bounce we're talking about across the left-hander from Zarabani. Healthy edge. And Chamuchi Baba really should have taken that.
Got himself into an excellent third slip position. Yeah, cry of anguish, disappointment, frustration. It takes a bit of doing to adjust to that higher bounce. All he has to do is to just work that hard length, and it's difficult to get away. Doesn't need a lot of variations, but he needs support from the fieldsman. An opportunity created and grasped.
It's a good ball. Really regulation that for a slip fielder.
Nicely played. Good straight bat. 15 without a wicket, Pakistan.
Ready? Right him over.
$15 without a wicket. Pakistan could easily have been 15 for 1. Straightforward dolly dropped by Chababa in the slips. Fakhr is on strike to Faraz. Born in Saudi, not Fakhr, but Faraz.
Big in-swinger to the right-hander. There's Faraz Akram. He'll take it away from the left-hander. Very medium pace.
pretty tall. So if you're medium paced, I think that the next best thing that can work for you is your height, and so he's got the height. All full pitch deliveries so far. Hasn't hit the harder length. I think he could get extra bit of bounce like Muzrabani if he hits that harder patch off the strip. Ah, lovely shape. A little hesitant around that off stump. Abdullah Shafiq. Ah, lovely ball. Missing his radar by a long way. The thing with young rookie is that you need to show patience. Don't put him under any undue pressure. Oh, almost got the better of the batsman. Nice slant into the stumps this time. Almost yocking the batsman.
He definitely gets good shape on the ball. Akram been a little bit full in his length. I'd like to see him pull that length back a little bit and get that ball pitching just outside that off stump.
You also saw, I think, I'm sure you saw the front foot movement from that camera angle, the front foot going towards cover area rather than down the pitch. That's why he got himself into a bit of a tangle, had to play across the line of the ball. All because he got that ball to slant back pretty late. Quick call. Nice single. Slow start by Pakistan, but the opening pair is still intact, 19 without a wicket.
Fakhr just gets through for a single. The opportunity for Fakhr Zaman, especially, he's not had a great time in T20 cricket in the recent past. The last 2 years, Fakhr Zaman has averaged just 9.25. So an opportunity at a personal level where Fakhr can get some runs and get some confidence going, and also just make sure that he repays that faith given to the commentators. Oh, sorry, given by the selectors. I'm just baffled by what's happening there. The stump's been broken. Has the camera been broken or not? Abdullah Shafiq chances his arm, tries to go over extra outer half of the bat, just get a couple of runs. But Sanat, 12 innings, and 111 runs for Fakhr at 9.25 last 2 years.
This is Abdullah Shafiq now slashing it outside off. Lucky 2 runs for him. Really happy to see him at the crease making the debut. Yes, Fakhr's form is a big concern for Pakistan. He has been a very aggressive opener for Pakistan, but in the last 2 years his form has gone down and something has not clicked. He has not had that confidence back.
And with Babar Azam, no real opener has stood out. They've tried a few, Imam ul Haq, Ahmed Shahzad, just the 1 game each. Ehsan Ali, 2 games. But Fakhr, before today, 12 innings and 9.25 the average. So, might be an easy innings or might be an easy chase. But in that, there's pressure on Fakhr Zaman to perform. He's given himself a chance. And with that chance comes those executions. Smashed down the ground.
Fakhr Zaman loves to come down the ground and hit it out of the park. This is his go-to shot. Walking down to the bowler. Great arm extension. And 85 meters 6 for Fakhr Zaman.
And with Trepano, just medium pace, medium fast, it'll suit Fakhr. And pressure back on him, he'll try and do different stuff. But we've seen in the previous games, Muzrabani getting that extra bounce, which Fakhr's found troublesome. But now with Trepano, he can sort of use his feet, he can sort of extend his arms much more freely.
He loves to come down the wicket and then play that big shot. He sometimes gets stuck on the crease with express pace. We saw it in the national T20s also, and with the first T20s against Zimbabwe, that express pace is troubling Fakhr Zaman. But on the other hand, Abdullah Shafiq looked very comfortable against pace bowling.
He used his feet and smashed it down the ground. That's the Fakhr of old. It's a new opening partnership with Abdullah Shafiq being given the opportunity on his debut. Down the leg side, Abdullah Shafiq with that innings in national T20 got 100. It was a really classy innings. He looks to have he's got a century on first class debut, got a century in T20 cricket as well. And looks like a very organized player, and with that organization he can clip it into the leg side and end the 5th over with a couple of runs. It's 34 without loss. Juicy full toss, Fakhr misses out. The last over of the power play. Zimbabwe now, I think they're also looking at their personal performance. For us in his first game, he'll be looking to get a wicket or two. Started off well in that first over. The opportunity is just to nip the ball away from Fakhr Zaman.
This series was a perfect setting for Fakhr Zaman to get back into form, to get the pressure off. But he has been unable to use his opportunity well. We know he's an aggressive batter, but he has not been able, even though he's made 20 runs, but as a T20 opener in modern day cricket, run a ball is not something that you want to look at. You want your openers to score above 120.
Slow one. Abdullah Shafiq was through the shot. A slow leg cutter. Wasn't picked.
A very good ball by Faraz Akram. Abdullah Shafiq trying to hit it to the boundary. A good change of pace with the new ball by Akram.
Changing the field. Long on, being put in place. Fine leg in the circle. Third man also in the circle. Full toss, and there's a couple of full tosses being missed out in this over, but sometimes in T20 cricket, when you've got a target of just over, well, about 6.5, just hang back, and maybe that's just not played into Abdullah Shafiq's hands, because if you're chasing a big target, it sort of frees you up sometimes.
But that's where the teams who consistently score around 180, 200 runs are different, that they are going to chase this target like Pakistan did in the last T20. They chased 150 in 15 overs. That's the approach you need for modern day T20 cricket. This kind of batting is not going to help them develop themselves as openers for T20 in modern day cricket.
Last ball of the power play. Focus come down the track to the seamers. Mozrabani obviously getting a lot more bounce, so he stayed in his crease. Power play done. Pakistan going at sixes. It's 36 without loss. Mid-overs where Zimbabwe lost the plot. Lost 5 wickets, all to spin. Just on Abdullah Shafiq. Sometimes in T20, when you know you're chasing a big target, you are almost forced to play one way. Right now, it's for him, he'll be slightly double-minded. Do I just settle back, or do I play my shots and express myself? I think T20, the ideal opportunity to express yourself, but when you're chasing a moderate target, you then look at, well, it's my first game, maybe I just hang back.
Yes, he has looked good. He has chipped away into the gaps for quick doubles, hasn't looked to hit the ball too hard, so he looks like quite confident and not trying to impress too much, which is a very good sign for us. He is playing to his strengths.
Nice, Waze. That's your line, Waze.
Trying to go over extra cover. That is his strength. The inside out or over mid-off. Wellington Masakatsa is quite a canny left arm swinner. Doesn't turn it much, but varies his length quite a lot. Fakhar Zaman with the spin goes right down, deep mid-wickets thrown.
And the tough form for Fakhar Zaman continues. Tried to use his feet to the spinner, hit it too hard, hit it flat, and the fielder did not make any mistake. Takes a low catch, Fakhar Zaman gone.
Out for 21 is 39 for 1. Heather Ali walks in. He's had a great start to his T20 career, averaging 63, but he strikes the ball so well that straight away people are expecting massive things from him in terms of T20 cricket. Wellington Masakadza, well, his 13th game and being able to pick up a wicket in his first over. 7 gone is 40 for 1.
Wicket. Right him round.
A wicket for Zimbabwe. Pakistan requires 6.9. The rest of the 13 overs. Wesley brought on and he's straight down the leg side. Be a couple of runs. Just his MADHEVERE is just his second over of the series, which is quite a surprise.
Started with the wrong line and wrong length here. He has batted well.
Down,
but some easy runs there and a good single by Heather Ali here.
Good night.
Fakhar Zaman trying to muscle this to the leg side, got too close to it, didn't get the elevation. And the problem for Fakhar Zaman in T20 cricket continues.
Quite exciting to see these two youngsters in the center. You won't get LBW from there, pitching outside leg, coming around the wicket to right-hand batter. It's very difficult to get an LBW decision from this angle.
Did you like bowling from this angle when you delivered your off spinners? You also had that leg spinner, but would you go around the wicket to right-handers?
It would depend on the kind of batter that's facing. If they are not really good on the offside, sometimes putting another fielder from leg side to offside, and with a 5-4 field, you can take the ball away from them. So it all depends on the kind of strategies you are making and the strength and weakness of the batter. But for an LBW, this is a difficult angle.
Nicely done. CHIGUMBURA stops the ball going away to the fence. It's 8 gone, 45 for 1.
Pakistan now 45 for 1. The two youngsters in the Pakistan squad, Abdullah Shafiq and Haider Ali, what an opportunity for them.
Catch!
It was pure class and timing and flair from Haider in the previous match. Tino, how did you find him?
He's a good player. He's got something about him. He's got a strut to himself. He's confident and he plays good, strong shots down the ground like that.
That brings up Pakistan's 50. 52 for 1 now, 16 series sixes. Haider Ali not afraid to use his feet down the ground, favoring that side. He likes hitting straight.
He gets the full extension of the arms, and that's why he strikes it so well. Good cricket. Nothing annoys a bowler more than a boundary or a 6, and then just a single to get off strike.
Here he goes again. Has he got a hold of that? And yes, he has. Another big hit, and this time from Haider. Both the youngsters feeding off each other's energy.
That's a good strike. Wellington Masakadza doesn't get much turn on the ball. He's one of those spinners that bowl quite flat, and he'll do that especially in T20 cricket. That one was just sliding into the arc, wasn't it? Took advantage of that. Haider Ali. Good over for Pakistan, 15 from it, 60 for 1.
That's it, Malik.
There's another one, and it's even bigger. What a glorious shot from Haider Ali. Beautifully timed.
No, I think this has cleared 80 meters. Mostly when they were around the wicket, and again straight into the arc of Haider Ali. That is a good strike, 85 meters in the distance. And he's getting a move on with things here, El Rouge.
A prime example of talent meeting opportunity, this young man is. He's been spoken about a lot, came up the under-19s and then impressed in the PSL. His scoring areas versus spin, favouring down the ground, particularly over long on. Glorious shot, that previous one. Some of these youngsters making very strong case for Pakistan, especially in T20 cricket. Usman Qadir, of course, has had a wonderful T20 series, and Haider Ali as well.
Yeah, loads of talent for Pakistan. Whether it be bench strength in the bowling, which we've seen throughout the series. One-day series, Musa Khan coming in. Rauf there from the beginning. Usman Kadir with the leg spin and the batting as well. It's a good strike. Just be the one.
Had a good national T20 tournament at Abdullah Shafiq. Nine of that over. Pakistan now 69 for 1.
Just 61 needed from the last 10 overs for Pakistan. This be the one. 70 for 1. Zimbabwe comparatively at this stage 59 for 4. That has been their Achilles heel throughout this T20 series, losing wickets at just the wrong time.
Too short here from Ryan Burl. He has protection, but will be comfortable. 2 runs there. Craig Irwin there at the boundary. Ryan Burl. I mean, if Zimbabwe have to, well, get close to victory, they'll have to, Ryan Burl will have to probably put a performance even one better than Usman Kadir.
And the thing about Ryan Burl is he's not really a wicket-taking bowler. You see, even domestically, he hasn't bowled a lot for his franchise, the Eagles. The man that they will go to, and he will fill in a couple of overs here and there. Not one that you'll expect to strike and take wickets for you.
Straight to the man. 57 of the 55 now required. There's got 22 now, 15 deliveries. Oh, too short. Only be the single, 11 gone, 74 for 1.
Change, left him round.
Final game in the J Presents Dawn Foods Cup. Zimbabwe winning the toss. Kamuchibaba electing to bat, 129 for 9. Zimbabwe got Pakistan in pursuit, 74 for 1. Will be called wide from umpire Hassan Raza. Milton Shumba, T20 international debut, young exciting talent for Zimbabwe.
Talking about young and exciting talent, you know, it's the first time in T20 internationals in Pakistan's history that 4 20-year-olds are playing in the same game. Good shot there, will pierce the fielders. Another glorious shot. Haider Ali is on fire.
Now whiff from Milton Shumba. Haider Ali is not one you want to be giving too much of that. He's found the gap. Giving the man an extra cover. Sweeper on the boundary. Donald Tirupano. It's a good strike. And in good form.
The two 20-year-olds on screen batting for Pakistan right now, Haider Ali and Abdullah Shafiq, and Musa and Hasnain. What amazing talent Babar has. Ooh, they've gone up and he's been given. He's walked off the batsman, Haider Ali. Yeah, he's not happy with himself. Milton Shumba comes in and picks up a wicket.
Yeah, known more for his batting, Milton Shumba. But Zimbabwe will take the wicket. He's held that back a little bit, and that's why Haider Ali has had to try and delay his stroke and wait for the ball to come to him. He's thoroughly disappointed in himself, but he batted well. 27 from just 20 balls. Pakistan 79 for 2.
Next one. Left arm round. Yes, stay up. Wait.
Pushdil Shah walks out into the middle and gets off the mark right away. And that's why he's here. Held back a little bit. A fine tickle to Brendan Taylor. Confirmation there of the edge. He played a good knock, Haider Ali.
Catch!
Up in the air. Just over the inner ring. Would have been a close call, but a fine boundary here from Abdullah Shafiq. 12 gone, Pakistan 84 for 2.
Right then, 84 for the loss of 2. What's the term? Cakewalk? I've got Sanamir here with me. We were discussing, talking about how gracious Babar Azam has been. This is off the air. Not employing himself as an opener and exposing the strike to a couple of good young players. That's into the gap. It's a fast outfield 4.
It didn't go where Khushdil Shah would have liked it to go. He was targeting the cow corner and long on region, but still good impact for him, and the ball goes into the boundary. Great value for shot on Pindi Stadium. 4 runs.
He's a heavyweight through the leg side. All he has to do is to now improve his offside hitting as well, Khushdil. The more he'll play, the better he'll get. It's simple as that.
Absolutely. The wagon wheel, if you could have the wagon wheel for the national T20, he has performed heavily there, and most of his runs were on the leg side in the long on mid-wicket region. Definitely at top level, you need to play all around the ground, 360 in order to make sure you perform consistently.
It's a bit hazy this evening. Partly, I think, because of smog, because of winters. It's well bowled. A little bit of spin from the leg spinner.
Good decision there by PCB for moving the matches to Islamabad and Karachi instead of Lahore, because we have seen over the years that smog has played a huge role.
Cuts well, beautifully placed. Solid shot. 2 down for 93 at the end of the 13th, as we have another look at this lovely cut shot from a very fine young cricketer. The charge is on Pakistan. 93 for the loss of 2. Full toss, deposited over the rope for 6.
Khushdil Shah playing to his strengths, dispatching the juicy full toss to the maximum. In the deep mid-wicket region, the fielder had no chance. Good use of feet and great extension of the arms.
Good use of the feet, made it into a full toss. Goes big, goes again for 6. Fabulous hitting. That's a big one. That's a 90-meter hit, that.
Khushdil Shah getting an opportunity to bat in the third T20, and this is 100 up for Pakistan. A beautiful, big, majestic 6 for Khushdil Shah, 89 meters.
There's been a marked difference in his body language and approach. Khushdil, when he played his first game, looked just a little bit nervous, which is natural, to where he is now. There's been a sea change in his approach, and 2 glorious 6s of the first 2 balls.
This is how you come back into the Pakistan team. It was really good for him to score all those runs in the national T20s just before Zimbabwe team, and I think he has damaged the ball a little bit by hitting it out of the ground. The umpires are checking it, so he's not allowed to pick the ball. Oh, and kicked the ball right on the head of the other bat.
Oh, wanted to give it another big heave. Well, he's hit 41 6s this year, becoming the 3rd highest 6 hitter in all T20 cricket. So Pollard with 47, Andre Russell on 47, and then we've got Khushdil Shah just starting his career in international cricket, 41 6s.
Good single here, and both these youngsters now making the partnership look very easy, and the target becoming easier with every passing ball.
For a change, Mazhar providing us with good positive stats. Usually is a statistician killjoy. That's hit so hard. 0.4. What a knock this is turning out to be. Khushdil Shah on 23 from what? 8?
Khushdil Shah this time taking on the offside, cuts the ball into the gap, playing a cameo here, Khushdil Shah.
now is the call. And so a dot to end the over. 1-1 for 2.
So Ryan BURL again with the ball here. Abdullah Shafiq looking very comfortable now.
Inside out drive, beautifully struck. Just a glimpse of what we have on offer here in Abdullah Shafiq. What a talent he is.
Absolutely brilliant. This is his trademark shot throughout the T20, national T20. He has made room for himself and went inside out, playing the shot with perfection. Great cricket.
Great thing about his batting, Sana, is that he can be conventional. So good to look at when he's playing conventional shots, and when he improvises, there's a lot of class and grace. He doesn't seem to muscle the ball all the time. It's about caressing the ball and finding the gaps. So graceful and elegant in his style and execution.
It is great to have this kind of talent at such a young age, and he doesn't get away. I mean, he keeps it simple. Hit a boundary, take a single, go to the other side.
Will that find the fielder? Partly it does. That's well stopped, actually. MADHEVERE, WESLEY. Good stop. Extremely good stop, this.
Khushdil Shah, on the other hand, heaving the ball, heaving it over mid-wicket, giving a chance to Zimbabwe, but it was not there to be grabbed.
Is not going to stop himself from teeing off, Khushdil. He's aiming that leg side mid-wicket fence. And that's a natural angle against a right-arm leg spinner. Maybe he's aiming for the hit the jackpot and earn 200 US. Jomo, 200 US. Aleem Dar is not pushed, unmoved.
You were talking about MS Dhoni and reviews, and we can also talk about Aleem Dar. How many captains have taken reviews against his decisions, but he has always come on top. A great umpire for Pakistan.
Oh, that is such a good shot. He adjusted, covered the set of stumps away towards the offside and hit it so hard down the ground. The end is nearing, just 7 away from a win here, Pakistan. 1, 2, 3 for 2. In fact, there's 1 ball left.
You are in a hurry, more than Khushdil Shah here.
Desperate to do the presentation, actually. So 15 gone, 1, 2, 4 for 2. 124 for the loss of 2. Just a strike away from wrapping this up. Pakistan 3-zip.
Difficult outing for Zimbabwe yet again. The last tour was in March against Bangladesh, lost every match there, and again just winning one one-day match, very exciting one day, but nothing else. Akram has been quite lucky with all the full tosses. At least he has bowled 3 or 4 and none of them went for 4. If a batter hits this, it's $500 from service for the batter.
Hit and win. Goes big, goes for 6. Khushdil Shah ends it in grand style. Pakistan win the T20I series 3-0, and it's a very, very comprehensive win this. 8 wickets. And good that it was built on the shoulders of young batsmen. Abdullah Shafiq on debut, 41 not out, and Khushdil Shah 36 not out of just 15 balls. Carnage. And Zimbabwe go back home, just winning 1 ODI and been put to the sword in the T20I series.
This is the 14th consecutive win for Pakistan against Zimbabwe. And these are the winning runs from the bat of Khushdil Shah, who has been superb in the national T20s, was very convincing in this match also. Big heave over long on, maximum, and Pakistan wins the series, whitewashes Zimbabwe in the T20s.
A convincing performance yet again. Pakistan too good, too powerful. Bowling and batting. The bowling sets it up yet again. Zimbabwe winning the toss and batting first. 129 was never going to be enough. Oh, it's been Pakistan who've been dominating this whole series. Babar Azam, Usman Qadir, the standouts with the fast bowling came to the fore. And Zimbabwe just didn't have enough in the tank. This man led from the front, and today there is boys have a hit. It's all built up because of that bowling unit, which now looks extremely strong. Haris Rauf, Hasnan provide pace, bounce, and then likes of Usman Qadir, Imad Wasim getting the ball to spin. Still Shadab did not feature in the series, but Zimbabwe, well, they won that great one-day game, but the T20s, well, it's not gone their way and they've not been at their competitive best. Pakistan chasing 129, did it in style. Fakhr got out for 21, Haider 27, Khushdil Shah with a few lusty hits, 36 of 15. Abdullah Shafiq 41 of 33, and Pakistan won with 4.4 overs to spare. Well, it's been all Pakistan in the series. They won 3-0. And there's not a lot to talk about in terms of bowling. Wellington Masakatsa got a wicket, Shumba got a wicket, but it's all too easy for the Pakistani batsman who got to 130 with no massive problems. After Zimbabwe had won the toss, batted first, they got to 129. Courtesy Jibaba 31, Tiripano 28. Imad Wasim got a couple of wickets, Hasnan won, but the star of the show, Usman Qadir, 4 for 13. Then Pakistan went about getting the target in just 15.2 overs. Pushed till 36 not out of just 15. Abdullah Shafiq 41 of 33. Pakistan won by 8 wickets, but don't go far away because we'll be back with the presentation.
Handle 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
.129 set by Zimbabwe, and Pakistan went about things with a bit of luck, but always going to be out of reach for Zimbabwe. Fakhar Zaman threatened with a big 6, then got out, holding out to deep mid-wicket, but the successes were few and far between. Abdullah Shafiq on his debut looked the part, hit one down the ground, so did Haider Ali, smashing it over the top, then went leg side and went huge. Just strike the ball extremely hard, both sides of the wicket, as Haider Ali caught behind a left arm spin, and that meant that Khustil Shah was promoted up the order, and he came out swinging from the hip. Abdullah Shafiq, classy little knock, classy player, but this power of Khustil Shah, who can hit the ball over the rope anytime. Probably the shot of the match over extra cover, and Khustil just powering through that innings with some big hits. The leg side, his preferred side in Pakistan. In the end, won by 8 wickets and won by about 4.4 overs to spare. And that meant that Pakistan won by 8 wickets, courtesy 4 wickets from Usman Qadir, 4 for 13. And then Khushil and Abdullah Shafiq got 41 and 36 as Pakistan did this in 15.2 overs and did this easily and comfortably. It was all Pakistan's bowling that set that up. And now we are going downstairs for the presentation with Ramiz Raja.
We're ready with the presentation. PCB, first of all, we'd like to thank its series sponsors, Dawn Foods, J-Dot, Almira, Brighter Paints, ITEL Mobile, along with all other sponsors, the local administration, police department, and other relative departments who have extended their help and support in organizing this fabulous cricket series. Now, before we go on to individual awards, we start today's ceremony through a special presentation for ELTON CHIGUMBURA, who has called it a day after 16 years of international service in Zimbabwean colors. He has played 14 tests, 213 ODIs, and 57 T20Is. I think, may I ask the Director, Cricket, Mr. Hamilton Masakadza, to present a memento to ELTON CHIGUMBURA on behalf of Zimbabwe cricket. The entire team is here, wearing ELTON CHIGUMBURA t-shirt. Fabulous. Few words, ELTON, I'm sure you'll have mixed feelings because it's been a long career, long road. The highs and lows for you?
Yes, definitely. It's been a good journey. Just want to thank everyone who was involved throughout my career. I just want to thank my teammates. There's guys that I've played with since under 14. There's guys that I just played with today. So I just want to thank everyone who was part of my journey. It's been a wonderful journey. Obviously, I'll miss the game, but I'll still be involved.
Yeah, it must be tough because you've been married to a cricket environment, to the cricket team, to this game for 16 long years. What do you plan to do now? I mean, we've heard that you want to give something back to the game. Would you be coaching or would you be interested in a management role?
As an all-rounder, you want to try and do everything. But I think for now, I'll try and give back when it comes to the playing. There's guys who are coming up who've got potential to be part of this team.
Well, it's a proud moment because very few cricketers get this opportunity to end the game on their own terms. And, well, you decided during the series. So our best wishes are with you. Hope you have a great career because life has not ended. It's just begun, in fact. And so very best of luck to you. And thank you for all the entertainment that you provided over the years.
Thanks you very much.
Thank you. Right, then to the individual awards. The ITEL Outstanding Performer, Khushdil Shah, 36 of just 15 balls. Fabulous batting, fabulous hitting. ITEL Vision 1 Plus Mobile. Extremely well done. Now we've got 2 awards for the next individual. Usman Qadir, 4 for 13, is Dawn Foods Man of the Match Award winner. And he's also Dawn Foods Man of the Series Award winner. 8 wickets in the series. Picture first, because it's been a picture-perfect performance. And then the interview. Usman, मैंने आपको देखा था जब आप आपकी वालिद की गोद में होते थे. कितना मिस कर रहे हैं उनको ऐसे मोमेंट्स पे?
रमीज़ भाई बड़ी मिक्सी फीलिंग्स हैं और मैं बहुत मिस कर रहा हूँ उनको. और पहले मैच में जब डेब्यू किया था तब भी बहुत ज़्यादा मिस किया था. बस उनके लिए दुआ गो हैं कि अल्लाह ताला उनके लिए अच्छे करे जहाँ पे भी हैं उस टाइम.
आपका एक्शन उनसे खासा मिलता है. हालांकि आपने उनको बॉलिंग करते देखा है इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में या वो रिटायर हो चुके थे जब आपने आंखें खोली?
ऐसा सच नहीं देखा मैंने उनको इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में, बट उनकी वीडियोस काफ़ी देखी थी और लास्ट में जब वो बिल्कुल रिटायर हो गए थे और उसके बाद वेटरन क्रिकेट खेली थी, उस टाइम उनको मैंने देखा था लाइव बॉलिंग करते हुए।
आपका गेंद अच्छा स्पिन हुआ आज, गुगली भी आपने पहले ही बॉल अपने स्पेल का आते ही गुगली आपने जड़ दी। ऐसा लगता है कि आप कॉन्फिडेंट है लेग स्पिन पे भी और गुगली पे, जो कि बड़ी अच्छी बात है।
हाँ जी, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। जैसे पहले 2 मैचों में एक बॉल पीछे गिर गया था, तो मैंने आज यही ज़हन बनाया था कि जिस पे मुझे ज़्यादा अच्छा कंट्रोल आ रहा है तो मैं उसी से स्टार्ट करूँगा। तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैंने आज पहला बॉल ही गुगली किया तो बड़ी अच्छी लाइन पे चले गया था।
आपके लिए क्या मायने रखता है, आप पहली सीरीज खेले हैं पाकिस्तान के लिए और उसी में मैन ऑफ द सीरीज अवार्ड विनर, मैन ऑफ द मैच, स्काई इज द लिमिट।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं सिर्फ क्रेडिट देना चाहता हूँ अपनी फैमिली को, स्पेशली जो मेरी वाइफ है उनको। ऑल द क्रेडिट गोज़ टू हर, क्योंकि उन्हें बहुत ज़्यादा सेक्रीफाइस की इस चीज़ के लिए, तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा आज खुश हूँ। और ये मैं अपने जो दोनों अवार्ड्स हैं उनको डेडिकेट करता हूँ और अपनी फैमिली को।
बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो आपको, लाजवाब बॉलिंग थी।
थैंक यू जी।
Right, may I invite the Zimbabwean captain please to come forward. Well, result-wise, not an ideal series, but any positives that you'd be taking back home?
Not quite the finish we would have wanted to the series. Yeah, a bit disappointing on our part. But I thought Wesley, the youngster, is one real positive in our team. You know, it's good to see a youngster stepping up. Really good positive for Zim cricket.
Is it a case for Zimbabwe of playing more cricket to get better at the game, or is it about finding that right sort of combination where you can play your first-class cricket regularly, your domestic cricket, and then be absolutely battle-hardened and battle-ready for international cricket? What are your thoughts?
I think it's about playing more competitive cricket, getting that exposure. It helps a great deal, because if the gap is smaller, then guys won't struggle a lot when they come to international cricket.
Did you enjoy your stay here? I mean,
yeah,
were you looked after?